Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nadifa, and at this time, I would like to explain about our material, that is the structure of noun phrase. So let's just go to the point. The first is, what is noun phrase? So we have some definitions of noun phrase. For the first, based on grammar, noun phrase is a phrase that can serve as the subject of the verb, the subject or object, and then it is actually or usually headed by a noun, including pronouns with any associated dependents such as determiners and modifiers. And then based on translation, the definition of noun phrase is a phrase that can serve as the subject or the object of the verb. The next is the structure of noun phrase, consisting of just a pronoun or just a name. So the example for pronoun is they, and then the second is the example for name, that is my own name, Ines. And then actually in the basic case, there are two immediate constituents of noun phrase. There are determiner and nominal. And for example, number 3, noun phrase consists of determiner, and the determiner is article, and the article is the. And then for nominal is noun, and the noun is clowns. And then the second one is the determiner is article 2, and the article is the or the. And then nominal consists of two, adjective phrase and nominal. Adjective phrase consists of adjective, then the adjective is set, and the noun is clowns. We should know that determiner always has nominal, and it determines nominal. The next is the basic determiners are the articles. There are two, definite article and indefinite article. Articles are basic in the sense that they provide a touchstone as to what counts as a determiner. And then we go on to the next main expression that occupies the same position in noun phrase structure as an article counts as a determiner. Some small set of words that have some function as the article. There are three: demonstrative or dem, and then certain quantifiers q, and then possessive or pos. So you can see the demonstrative such as this, that, this, those, and then the certain quantifiers. There are some, any, no, each, every, either, and neither. The possessive is my, your, its, her, his, our, name, and apostrophe s, like Dian's or Hoirun's or Irzas, and etc. For example, you can see number 5, 6, and 7. So number 5 is the example for demonstrative, and then the number 6 is example for quantifiers, and then number 7 is example for possessive. So number 5 uses those, number 6 uses some, and then number 7 uses my. Next is the determiner position may not always be filled by an actual word. For example, exercise or smoke. So in this Example of noun phrase: there is no determiner. So, or we can say empty determiner. Actually, we can add the or some, the or your, but it can be empty too. And empty determiner affects the interpretation of general interpretation. So it can affect the interpretation. The next is there are two types of noun that can take empty determiner. For the first is plural count noun, like the example smoke, size, and etc. And the second one is possessive originative. The addition of apostrophe s and to the end makes for post determiner or possessive determiner, like my, your, and etc. And can be name apostrophe s too, like my explanation before. And this number three or the next is predeterminers. And the example you can see in the picture: noun phrase predeterminer is all. The noun phrase there are determiner and nominal. Determiner is article and the article is the, and then nominal is noun and then the noun is man. So like my explanation before, determiner can affect the interpretation. So in this sentence also can be empty too for the determiners, but all men means more general than all the men. So also actually we cannot we can also not add the determiner the or the word the noun phrase will be all men is okay. It's okay if we do not add the determiner, just it can affect the interpretation. The next is pre-modifiers in nominal. There is quantifying adjective like much, many, few, and little. Example: those many books. Determiner is also can be empty too. His mistakes were many, so few ideas. The determiner is the structure is determiner, nominal, and then adjective phrase, and the adjective phrase was many, and then noun is mistakes. Next is participle phrases. Perfect and passive participles may also appear as a pre-modifiers too. Like number one, the sleeping court, progressive. And then a faded dream, perfect, and sliced cake, perfect. And then the next is nouns. Nouns themselves can act as pre-modifiers of noun. They cannot be separated from the head noun. For example, some expensive roof maintenance. The next is the structure of noun and determiner, or usually we can see article and the article is a, and then nominal adjective phrase consists of adjective new, and then the nominal is consists of adjective phrase and noun. So the sentence is new red car. The next is post modifiers. Uh, there are prepositional phrase in the noun phrase, an expedition to the pub. The head noun is expedition and it is modified by the prepositional phrase to the pub, which consists of phrase and noun phrase. Example, you can see an as an article, expedition as noun, to as preposition, the as article, pop as. The next is more on adjective phrases. A few adjectives can pre-modify or post-modify the head noun in the nominal. Example, the responsible man, and then the man responsible. In a noun phrase, a modifying adjective phrase includes a complement. It always post-modifies the head noun. Example, the chef responsible for the sauces, and then number two, a stuntman happy in his job. And the next is modification of pronouns. Example, anyone as a pronoun, and then intelligent as adjective phrase. So that's all about our material. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.